My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Roguebook. Alright. Sifa is probably not coming out with this because we've got Sirocco already by default, and then Aurora the Mythmaker, the character we unlocked in the last episode. Aurora guides her allies, empowering them and bringing out their maximum potential. If that proves not enough, she can also call upon an army of frogs to fall upon her opponents. Aurora may look fragile, but when she is in danger, she can turn back time and shrug off the damage as if it were all a dream. Once per battle, click on Aurora to fully heal her.
Come along then.
I thought it was going to be called Aurora's Teapot. I mean, I imagine it is, but it's not clicking on that, it's clicking on Aurora. The mechanic that balances that out is only having 20 max HP. Let's see if we can get 2 modifiers here worthwhile. Hidden. The back enemy always starts stealthed. I could just straight up go for that instantly, but then I'm just unlocking the heroism line. I probably want to split into other things as well. Get like fairy hunting and Thousand Eyes, try and unlock Terra Incognita as well as compulsive at the same time. Fairy hunting spawns 2 extra fairies per chapter. They're all revealed, but they no longer lock your brushes and inks. However, all prices are increased by 60%, so we're going to need to find a good damage engine relatively early on, so that we can try and hunt those and actually get our value back. Thousand Eyes, Runes of Sight are 3 times more frequent, but the towers are removed from the map. Moving the towers out of the map is rough. It's rough. But having the fairies to actually try and locate a way towards kind of makes it feel less bad. Just because usually you're spending a lot of your resources trying to get to the Sky Towers and then trying to expand from the Sky Towers to try and get whatever value may happen to be adjacent that you've managed to see. So directionality is one of the things that's being provided by the Sky Towers typically, and fairies will provide that for us instead. Let's go in. Interesting. Let's check. Oh, wait, no, we get a couple of these at the start. Royal Ink, 5 spaces in a straight line. We also get the Yak Hide. Each turn gain 3 block. We also get 2 gems. Jagged Jewel, this card's attacks pierce through for half damage to the next enemy. And then a Rough Diamond as well. Good things to start with there. We get the Crumbling Mask over on the top left. Until your deck is shuffled the first time, gain an energy per turn. That's actually quite damn good. And then Bloodstone on the other side. At the end of each battle, the equipped hero heals 4 life. Only really makes that much sense on Sirocco, just because of the full heal that Aurora has access to. Alright, Adam, what do you got?
I bet there's some good stuff here.
I bet so too. I bet so too. Oh my god. I bet so because it is so. The top line has a bunch of 2-cost spells. Not really going to focus on any of them too much except for Cyclone Lariat. Melee, attack for 8. Whenever you gain block this turn, deal 8 damage to the leading enemy. So if we happen to find a way to gain a lot of block, makes a lot of sense to take that. Tidal Force is also pretty damn good. Attacks for 15. If Aurora's at full life, it costs 1 less. Aurora can just be made full life at will, making this a lot easier to use. Kappa Study, draw 3 cards. I like drawing. And then Aurora's Promise, all of the other heroes' cards cost 1 less this turn. That plus Kappa Study, and then just, I don't know, a bunch of draw, a bunch of high-cost cards. I like the idea of something like that. Sorry about that. We can start moving in that general direction. But speaking of moving in a general direction, we probably need to define where we're going to start going. I mean, I could go here and then blow up a ink. That's actually really, really efficient. Well, we get 1 page out of it and then access to a golden fairy, which I shouldn't take yet, to be clear. Because I'm really going to want some other cards in the base deck. Interesting. Okay, there's the enchanted weapon over here on the left. Increase a hero's power or an ally's spirit by 1. Fill the Pot, a ranged combo card. So this could actually be cast with 0. Add a sip to your hand. Draw a card for each sip in your hand. And then its combo stacks is the sip itself, or against 4 life. excess healing is dealt as damage to the leading enemy. Huh. That's interesting. Is it good? You've got to have more ways to gain sips, right? For this to be a consistent draw engine. I could see it getting off the ground pretty easily. Spending the sips becomes a little difficult as well, just because you've got a combo trigger on it, and it's one cost. So you'd want something like a bunch of headbangs and a bunch of sips, and then you just alternate between playing all of them. There is also just this card, which is straight up Battletoads. Summons 10 frogs. Frogs are aggressive allies that swarm. Additional copies of this ally combine into the swarm, adding their spirit values together. That used to be the case for all allies, but they changed far away from that, which I think makes a lot of sense. Otherwise, the brute archetypes and the brute cores, at least in Sifa, become really problematic because they are effectively just like the most powerful promotion that can be done in that class. But then also it kind of infringes on the color identity of this Aurora. So yeah, I'm glad that change was made. So it's just, do I want to go for the flat damage or do I want to get Philipot? Take Philipot here. I don't know. Some part of me is feeling like maybe I don't want to go all in on frogs in the first episode again with the Aurora. You find enough support for it, okay, fine. But if you don't find enough cards that really relate to it, suddenly you just got one waning stack of damage. Quicken. Oh! I didn't show Aurora's base deck. Can't do now though. Quicken. Increase both heroes' power for 2 for their next attacks, or rather buy 2 for their next attacks. And then swaps your heroes. Salty. Punchy. Punchy. Got the Aurora weakness. Aura of weakness, rather. On the front line. That'll hit. We fill the pot. Draw a card. There's that sip. I don't need to do anything with it just yet. A headbang and sips deck, by the by, where you're just stacking combo on both of them and then jumping back and forth. That would be a really good setup for a mortar. Just play a bunch of 0-cost cards. Guard into fill the pot. Drawing more cards. Love it. Gosh. Actually, yes. So I'm going to quicken, getting Aurora to the front here, and then use a little buff there. Reason I've done this is Aurora can take the damage because at the end of the battle, she's just going to fully heal. Also, lovely little quality of life thing. If you don't trigger it, it just auto-triggers at the end of battle. Although maybe there's a build that wants to keep Aurora on low life and then that becomes a problem for them, but it's yeah. I am fine with it at the absolute least at the moment. Alright. I can start using sips as some damage here as well if I need. Let's quicken. Use a strike to set up for fill the pot. I like the quicken allows me to get back into the back line as well. It's not just, you know, move to the front if you're in the back, which is often, you know, charge, your block, all of those kinds of sources do that. Instead, it's just swap. Wherever you are, don't be. Okay.
That was fun.
There's our kill in order to heal at the end of the battle. Reveal 3 in a single line. That would be a good way to get part way up there. I mean, if I actually stood in this space, I could get most of the way up there as well as get a normal battle. Seems pretty good to me. Alright, what's up, Runasite? Excuse me. What's up, Runasite? Excuse me. Runasite? Hang on. There we go. I had to turn the corner. It was getting shy. All right. We're still desperate for more cards, especially damage. Okay. It doesn't look like damage though, is the thing to me. That's damn. More damn than edge. That's a pretty good one. Gets us to a battle as well as to a golden fairy. Unfortunately, I'm still so short of damage. I'm very, very not keen to take on the golden fairies. Yikes. I mean, Aurora's the one who can heal out of it. It doesn't mean it had to be used to have it happen, though. Especially because I'd really like to have AoE here. Alright, let's guard. Fill the pot. Quicken doesn't really actually change the amount of damage that any of these enemies take. Or the amount of hits that any of these enemies take, rather. And then you're vulnerable. You go back to the front line. 33% more damage from attacks would be 112. Right, 112 increase from this, so 17 incoming. We can do that. Again, just relying on the fact that Aurora has the ability to full heal on command. I also know that Sirocco has enough cards in here to make sure that I was going to be able to. Okay, so use strike. Just a single strike. Yes. That strike there sets up for teamwork, moving us to the front. Setting Aurora to the back, as well as the ability to use Fill the Pot from combo. Good. Okay. 13, 6. And then we... Wait, do I want to do guard instead? Yeah, actually. I'll guard. Heal Aurora back to full, and then use Sip, so that it deals damage to the front line of there. And then with vulnerability for 887, 887, 6. Yeah, now I'm fine. Not changing our positioning anymore. Aurora would take damage that I wouldn't be able to heal back up because I already used the big heal. I'm glad not to be weakened right now. That'd suck. 7, 9. Looks like I just got to take some damage on Sirocco this turn. Because we're going to strike. That was incorrect. First strike needed to be against the second line there. Dang. It would have been the 9 strike here to set you to 4 life, 2 strikes to kill the 14 on the front line with 2 7s apiece, and then the Tiki in the back line, or next line rather, has 4 HP remaining, which is within range of Sip. So if I use the stack effect at the right time, I'd be able to get there. But I butzed it all up. Whatever, you'll heal out of it in the next combat anyway. Guard sets up to fill that pot. You mean I can quicken, then striking, then... Oh, I was about to sip in, but that's not gonna work. Dang. It's gonna take a bit before I get the the pace of the old stacks cards correct. 1, 2. I do like the idea of just having so many combo cards in the deck that they really can't be done anything about it. Which is, I'm gonna have a turn where I'm just gonna flip-flop back and forth and play a billion cards, and you don't get to interact with that. Sneaky.
What's next?
Victory. Ooh, another 3 tiles in a straight line. It's decent. It's decent. I kind of want to go 3 tiles up in the straight line and then blow that up as well. I'm really just trying to get as much of the map revealed as possible.
Hey, what's over there?
A tiny bit of gold, not really that much, Sirocco. You shouldn't be too excited about that. Definitely go to the Vault of Wisdom. I'm looking for damage. Well, Triton Lyricist, ally, spiritless, add a headbang to your hand at the start of the turn. That is the alternating stuff I was asking for, but then Slam is the damage that would actually be done by it. I'll take the Triton Lyricist, and I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try and combo into combo into combo into combo. Can I find any more value before I have to try and fight? I really don't feel confident. Okay, that's good. That's better. Tidal Force. It's got 2 slots in it for gems, and it's just good damage. Sirocco the Bouncer. If you still have block at the end of the enemy's turn, add a headbang to hand. Yep. If you block for block an attack for the exact right amount, draw 2 cards. They cost 0 for the rest of the battle. Oh. Then head start, gain an energy, and draw a card at the start of each battle. I mean, it's got to be Bouncer if I'm doing the flippy. But Perfect Clarity is interesting. I would want more granular control of the amounts that I gain for that to be as powerful as it looks like it could be. Eight there, sure. Found a hidden Farewell, happy to have it. Starting to work our way up to the Crumbling Mask at the absolute least. If I have to leave without getting any value from anything, I'm going to feel sad, but I'm also going to understand. Because I didn't do anything, so it makes sense. Let's get that. Headbang. And then another headbang, please. Yeah. Headbang is combo stacks. Sirocco gains 3 power for his next attack. We'll quicken into a headbang. Into Feel the Pot. Into a headbang. And then I'm just going to punch you back from the back line. Punch you a bunch you from the back line. I'm really glad that we have the, excuse me, the Yak Hide. Each turn gain 3 block. The particular reason I'm very glad to have that right here is just that on a turn where the enemy isn't attacking at all, I don't want to have to defend, but I do want to defend just so that I have the Bouncer trigger. So it's just a neat little bit of access to that for us. Okay. Let's go sit at cost into Teamwork. Title Headbang. A perfect block that turn, but That block's getting worse. Defended to fill the pot. Nice. We just guard. Sip, headbang, defend, headbang maybe? I don't really have a payoff for the headbangs other than just stacking them up and then throwing a big hit right now. I don't have a multi-strike, and I don't have a card that wants me to play a lot of cards in a single turn specifically. As soon as I get one, then we will be altering the way that we're playing around this, but for the moment, this will have to do. Guard, defend. And that's just about Aurora having to heal at the end of the battle anyway. Punch. 17 extra power for the next attack. It gets pretty big. Precision Ink is damn good here as well. Gets us all the way to that Alchemist. Which I don't think I can afford right now, though. Just a wee bit rich for my blood. Let's try and get some rich. Yeah, honestly, that's a good opening hand. Triton Lyricist and the title for Strike. It's a good setup. We'll start with Headbang by cost, just so I can fill the pot out there as well. Then another headbang. Pop the sip. Quicken and then strike. 15 from you, 9 from you. I mean, 2 more turns alive, the enemy's not blocking at all. I still don't feel good about this. I guess just headbang, strike then. Yeah. Please draw the range one this turn. Not range one, the title force is what I actually meant there. We'll quicken our way to the front. Pop out a headbang. Use fill the pot immediately after. Then another headbang. And another sip. Damage. Maybe another headbang. 17 and then 5. Yeah, we only just had enough. That's why I had to delay taking these on as long as I possibly could. Okay, let's go transform a card and let's actually get some damage into this deck. I don't know if, like, who wants the card transformed right now? Could damn well be either of you. Like, usually I'd want to remove Siroko's strikes pretty quickly, but I need something to actually, you know, do the damage of the pump-ups. These base strikes from Aurora could be changed? Sure. Draw, energy, those kinds of things are always quite nice. Attack for 10. Hit an additional time for each sips in your hand. Discard all sips. I don't really like that one. Triton Banquet. Summon 7 frogs. Increase all other allies' spirit by 1. I really wish I could take that. Just put the crystallized Faria in that, take that right now, and just be certain that it'll be good for us. I don't think it will be, though. Annoyingly, I don't think I even take the epic crystallized Faria here, because if I take Toadsplosion, attack for 8, summon 1 frog for each damage dealt, and then put your attacks pierce through for half damage to the next enemy, surely it summons 12 frogs. Right?
Shiny.
Surely. It doesn't say how much damage it deals to this enemy or anything like that. There's no couching phrases in there, Frenzos. Surely. That is not the space I was trying to click. Start out with a lyricist, then you got to fill that pot. Defend and then double strike about it. Okay. This will show us how it's done, if it's done like it's done. So is it going to summon 6? Or is it going to summon 15? Or is it going to summon 10? That'll give us a lot of information right now. It's not an optimal play right now, certainly, but it gives me good information. So it's only unblocked damage dealt. So it's inconsistent with other things in the game that trigger damage effects on just hitting a target's block. Okay. Really wish they would take a pass over some of those things. I know the game is just released, but it feels like they were inconsistent in previous betas, private and public. It's possible just no one's reported them, and I should report them. Yeah, it's possible. I don't really have a safe face on that. That's probably just what I should do. Let's headbang, fill that pot. Explode. Good toe explosion. Yeah, I mean, piercing through for half damage to the next enemy and then having ways to buff both of my units on the board, their power in some way. It's appealing. It's doing good. I do want to get the Bloodstone. Crumbling Mask is really good too, though. Hidden Fairy well. Okay, well, that feels a lot better. Let's take the Bloodstone. Pop that Bloodstone on our catfish friend. Ooh, that's a good Toadsplode. Get a full 10 out of it. Love that. We also have just reasons to increase Aurora's power now. Let's try it and lyricize. Fill a pot. Head bang. Head sip. Vital Force and a punch. Get him. Alright, yeah, we can definitely get enough gold out of the Golden Fairies to justify attacking them now. Are there 2 more on the map or just 1? I hope there's 2. Probably just 1 though. Would make much more sense. I really dig this whole combo situation. Flip-flopping back and forth betwixt them.
Well done.
Well done. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Some part of the way you said that makes me feel truly proud. Last time the equipped hero takes damage each battle, draw a card. Yeah. Whenever you end your turn with no cards in hand, the leading hero gains a courage. I'd love to do that. I don't know how often it would happen for us. Cyclone Lariat. I don't get that much defense. Or that many instances of block is what I mean. Aurora's Promise and Kappa Study look pretty damn good though still. I really, really would like to get both of those if possible at all. This is going to be hard. That's going to be a stretch and a half, friends. I may not make my way all the way up there. In fact, I'm pretty sure I will. Thanks for the bang. Let's start out with a normal strike just to set up for the pot, and then the bang. Feel like a lot of the turns are going to play out relatively similar to that one. Then a sip, Then a quick just defense in hand for the rest of that one, though. It's not what you want. Try and Lyris's turns up really late here, too. This is like a really awful version of events for us. This may be like the worst draw order possible for us, which means if we can still kill here, then we were definitely fine. Just based off of Toadsplosion, really, the amount of damage that it's contributed here.
Nice.
I knew we would be fine.
Man, that's a lot of gold. I can get the 2 Aurora cards I was looking at before. 14, it's 18 cards to get an increase there. God, how do you turn them down? You don't. You don't is how you turn them down. Tidal Force just dealing good damage is pretty nice. But also, Fire Oil, put that on Aurora and... No, that... No. No, that's daft. Right? You know what isn't, though? Spyglass. Put that on a target, and then Aurora attacks that target. Yeah, that's way better. That's cool. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. All the other heroes cards cost less this turn, makes sense. Pop that bad boy right there. Give that a 1, 2, and a... That is going to be Vulnerability Eternal. That's what you're offering right now. Is Alright. Pop it on the unit of mine that'll stand in the back line. Okay, let's begin with a quicken. Get our front line to our front line. If I'm going to strike at all of this turn, I should use the Spyglass after strikes. There we are. Feels nice to actually be using the critical hit. All right, Toadsplosion for 20. Get 20 frogs. Okay, that's feeling really good. Let's fill the pot, and then we headbang again. Then we sip. And after a sip, we throw a 30 damage Tidal Force. Yeah, this elite doesn't feel so elite to me. In this instance right now, I've been wrecked by this before. I mean, Toadsplosion doesn't do much right here. Maybe it's just garden teamwork, I think. Play this turn safe. Let our headbangers carry us across the line in the future. Like this. Aurora's Promise. I can just play all the headbangs out. Don't have to worry about triggering them in combo fashion or anything like that. Makes it a lot easier for us. There we go. That's already lethal. Get it, frogs. Critical hit and Toadsplosion is actually really good. I like it. I like it a lot. Kobold Fetish. The equipped hero gains Reap, gain 10 gold. Oh no. Okay, the only person who can really use this right now is Aurora, right? Because Aurora actually has damage cards, but the thing is, we don't want Aurora ultimately to be the person using this. We're gonna put this on Sirocco. It is an investment right now on Sirocco. I gotta take that and then hope that we find a battle, right? Well, an event? Okay, at least we got an event. On a nearby random tile. I'm not going to be able to access this. Like, majority of the time, I won't be able to access whatever's being given here. So why don't I just take the Tyrian Shield? Whenever the equipped hero blocks, gain more blocks. And put that bad boy on that bad boy. Though empty of people, this single armory could equip an army of thousands. No, tens of thousands. The weapons and armor seem to be forged in a strange, alien manner, Surely no mortal blacksmith could have done this. As Sirocco inspects one of the shields more closely, the vision disappears. That rocks. We miss out on Crumbling Mask, which doesn't rocks. That anti-rocks. Oh, this is actually something I should have checked earlier. Revealed final boss, Avatar of Mist, takes bonus damage from cards that dissolve. So it takes 3 times damage from cards that dissolve, but we don't have cards that dissolve that deal damage. We have cards that dissolve to buff our characters. So, we don't really have much of an impact on that this turn. This fight, rather. At least yet. Krog, Ogre King, intends to attack and summon more enemies. Well, this one's definitely just a Triton lyricist, defend, teamwork kind of situation. Get our way to the front line, get a headbang or 2 at the end of the turn. Or the start of the next round. Still don't have an AoE card. Still don't have enough Sirocco cards, really. Spyglass and Toadsplosion could be used this turn, though. And I think they should. Spyglass. Okay, and then Toadsplode. And that'll do 8 to you. 16 to you. Oh, wait a second. Hang on. Attacks pierce through for half damage to the next enemy. But the amount of damage I'm doing to the first enemy is 16. The next 2 hits deal double damage. Okay, so the base version of this card is dealing 8 damage here and then 4 damage here. And then after that, critical hit is modifying the amount of damage dealt to the front line. Rather than what I would have assumed instead, which would have been closer to the damage allocated from a Toadsplosion is then at the end phase pierced through to the next enemy for half damage. But I guess it makes sense that it doesn't do it in that way. In a way, right? It's... In games like this, a lot of the time, there are situations that aren't unintuitive, right? They make some kind of logical sense. But I've seen many games benefit very heavily from, in cases of ambiguity, decide in favor of the player always. That's mostly because learning that an interaction doesn't work how you expect it would, right? The kind of like initial inspection, intuitive kind of inspection of how it may work, feels a lot worse than it may necessarily be in terms of just rule text or impact, but there's a feeling differential there. And it's a way to avoid that. Take some piercing damage here. That's okay, we have the full heal if we need it. Okay, I mean, Aurora's promise don't really make too much sense this turn. Although, let's get you a heal so the tidal force is back up. Take for 18. I mean, yeah, okay. Either way, they're both dying. Kappa Study's always pretty good here. We'll quicken, get you in the back line, setting up a headbang. Wrong use in the back line. Oops. Ah, Toadsplosion, that was what I was looking for, to be fair. Headbang, Toadsplode. This is kind of like my inevitability. It's almost like a poison stack. Let's defend our way to the front. Just gonna throw the big hit and headbang. I mean, I guess I could sit, but we'll leave that there for set up for future headbangs.
Where'd they come from?
May I please have some AoE, please? Aurora's Promise. immediately sets up for the zero-cost teamwork. Headbang, headbang, guard. I mean, probably Spyglass on the boss again, right? 24 there, 26 to the front line as well. Don't need to sip. No damage goes through the back. Beautiful. This is just setting up for more damage from Toad's Blood, really. Wish Headbang gave power to the other character on the board, though. That'd really help here. Wouldn't be able to play the Toad's Blood at this point if I drew it. And that's okay. We've already got lethal just the end of the turn. So somehow I'm okay with it. Bye-bye.
Nice. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Stack of pages. I didn't want to look at this one yet. Oops. Next attack on an enemy is a critical hit. I mean, it's harder, almost, to set this up. No, wait, hang on. It depends. What is that a stack on me or is that a stack on an enemy? The next two attack hits on an enemy. Okay, so it's just half the effective Spyglass. Mighty Ruby feels a lot better than it though. This card's attack deal +5 damage. I'd put that in another Toad'splode if I drew one. Can I get another Toad'splode, please? There's also a treasure here of... Crackthorn. Each time you play 5 cards in a single turn, deal 10 damage to a random enemy. 10 damage to a random enemy every turn feels pretty good. But... how's it feel against Krog's Crown? First time each turn, the equipped hero plays a card that costs 2 or more. Draw 2 cards. That is a lot of draw. Aurora has Tidal Force, which is never cast for 2. Has Fill the Pot, which is also never cast for 2. Toad'splosion, which is always cast for 2. There's also Spyglass, which is always cast for 2 on the on Sirocco as well. Sirocco is very likely to pick up more dense block cards that are, you know, 2 to block a decent amount. Like I would love to get Behind Me, in particular, comes to mind. But I don't know, maybe it is Crackthorn. Maybe 10 damage... What is our expected result from this? Is it gonna match the enemy's scaling in terms of gaining more health? Like, maybe if I had this at the start of this floor, it would really kind of show itself off, but... soon we're fighting enemies with 200 health. I'm taking the draw. I think I should also put it on the defend.
Don't mind if I do.
The defend. His name is Sirocco. In last episode, he certainly showed that he can be more than defense. But that's all I get. That's all I consider him for. Buckle Up. Gain 10 block. Increase the cost of a random card in your hand by 0 this turn. Triton Breeder! Ally Spiritless. Whenever you summon frogs, summon twice as many. Oh my god, I need it. I need it. There's also Wit Strike, draw a card, attack for 4 times your hand size. I wonder if hand size counts... oh my god, Medallion of Insight as well. I wonder if hand size counts the each of stacks. So if I have stack 4 of Headbang, right? Does Wit Strike count 4 cards? Or does it count 1 just for the stack itself? I assume it's just 1, but I would like to definitely know, rather. I'd like to desperately know. I wouldn't like to know confidently. I'd like to really just cling on to the hope that I happen to know. You know? Let's get an old battle down here. Something we're going to constantly run into here is the fact that I just do not have armor yet. AoE. Yes. Just far and away not enough. Let's play Aurora's Promise. Subsies to the frontsies. Guess I cap a study there, sure. Sets up free teamwork, which sets up a free fill the pot. Sets up a free defend. I mean, look, how can you be bad? Use Aurora Mythmaker to set up that sip there. Nice. Nice. Because I know Toadsplosion's left in the deck right now. We'll start with the Quicken, just to get the extra power on the Toadsplode. Pop out a Headbang before we follow up with the Toadsplode. That's a lot of them. Another Headbang out there. On Fire. At the end of the turn, the hero in the position takes 5 damage. Whenever you swap, reduce the fire stacks by 2. I mean, I could try and kill the frontliner right now. Oh, actually, yeah. That'll kill the frontliner, and then the frogs will kill the next liner. Nice.
Well done.
And we do want Sirocco to get as many kills as possible for the sake of the Kobold Fetish. Kobold Fetish is a lot less useful when you have golden fairies and all prices increased by, was it 60%? I think it was 60%. Because the amount of gold that this gives is scaled around, you know, not increased prices. Medallion of Insight seems really good. So does Triton Breeder, though. Just gain the frogs twice as fast. I really wish I could convoke that. Just get it out really quickly. All right. Sirocco cards, please. That's annoying. So there's AoE. It's relatively cheap. I don't want one of the 2 cost AoEs, to be entirely honest with you, but it's fine. It's fine. Hailstorm. Attack a random enemy for 8 times. So in what circumstance is this good? It's good when you've got a bunch of power, right? Increase each of the hits. You know, have 3 power. This is suddenly attack for 4 by 8 across enemies. You'd need a lot of power for it to be that good, though. Or you need a Mighty Ruby that deals +5 damage, so this is already 40 damage just split across enemies randomly. Boom. Or is it still impact?
I
think
like
I'm
this
taking
one.
that one. I think I'm taking that one and just running away with it. The first attack Sirocco makes each turn gains +5 power. There's also Amphibian Affinity. Just start the battle with 8 frogs with 2 S's. Storyteller also starts each battle with a Storyteller and I draw a card. I mean, Powered Fist is interesting. It's very interesting. And Sirocco's already doing a lot of headbang stuff. So Sirocco already wants cards that would synergize with power quite effectively. And Amphibian Affinity is not that big. I think we take the Powered Fist. I actually talked my way back into the Powered Fist. I was going to go the other direction there. Ogato, costs 2 or more, deal 5 damage to all enemies. Yeah, we've seen that one before. Whenever you play a melee card, deal 10 damage to the front enemy, a leading enemy. I don't think we've seen enough melee cards yet. But again, we're looking for more cards for Sirocco right now, so that's where we would find them. Okay. The problem here is that these enemies have to be attacked in order to reduce their incoming damage to us. But I can't really attack you that much right now. I don't think I can set up that spyglass. I mean, I could set it up right now. It's fine. Explosion needs to be. Full stop. Just needs to be. Oh, I didn't put the thing of the hailstorm yet, but a hailstorm would probably just invalidate all the enemies here, to be fair. Let's give it a shot. Oh no, the critical hits! Ryan, why? And it actually didn't even hit the backline enough to completely invalidate the incoming damage. Okay, well, that's fine. It's fine, game. I didn't need that. I wasn't, like, playing around or planning around that at all. All right, Aroma. Promise me. Aroma. Another one there. That one too. Oh. Heavily Siroko's healing at the end of battles. Gosh. Clicking my way in front and then bend to the back, setting up to fill the pot. Good teamwork for a sip there. And a single punch to the front line sets up for the frog lethal. That is one of the problems with the Cobalt Fetish right now. We compete against our frogs for lethal so often. But I also can't really pivot away without making this deck not about frogs anymore. I don't want to do that. Let me look. Going all in on the damage. Because I'm increasingly worried about turns like that. Thankfully, this is already more than enough.
Nice. That was fun.
Precision Ink, eh? Let's get the Rune of Sight before we do anything else, just in case.
Hey, what's over there?
That's decent. So this is Royal Ink. I'm feeling 4 spaces down there, and then we open those 2 spaces with Precision Ink, which means we're going to need to take this Vault of Wisdom, which, look, I'm not going to argue with that. I'd happy to get it. Liquefy, attack. Or rather, retain. It attacks for 30. At the end of each turn, if this is in your hand, reduce its cost by 1. There is also Goki there, an ally that you activate in order to gain 2 energy. It's hard to get out of the board in the first time, though. Wall of Mist is a giant block. It may just be worth taking for that fact. Liquefy is really, really good damage that will benefit from our critical hit. I actually think we take the Wall of
Let me
Mist.
show you my moves.
I mean, I guess it could also explode around here. That's not bad. It gets me to the Alchemist, gets me to the Vault of Wisdom, gets me the Pile of Gold, leaves a Precision Ink, which I can start using past that point to try and go, no, Fagoro! What are you taking?
You again.
Oh, that's not very far from me. It is one of my best treasures that you've opted there to take, so grumble, 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 whatever, but it's also not that far from me. 19's 22 when we would get our next. Horde Shell. Melee. Gain 8 block. Whenever you gain a treasure, permanently increase this block value by 3. Is that ever big enough? Whenever a hero attacks this turn, gain 3 block. That actually might already be related to, like, Therian Shield for us. Horde Shell is 4 cost. So what? I collect 2? And that's already 14, 15 with the Therian Shield. I mean... Oh, wow. No. I'm about to go to Fagoro. Fagoro gives us a treasure back, and then it gives us another treasure, and then we got the 2 treasures on the map. I have to take this just because we're about to do that. That's too cool not to do it like that, you know? All right. Here, though. Attacks that aren't dense damage are actually really easy to get out of the deck now, just because the non-dense damage attacks are in the way of our critical hits when we're going against at least a single enemy. And I do want more block, and I do want more, multi-strike or anything like that, any AoE. I think I gotta swap one of Siroko's cards here. We get a strike out of there. Well, look, if impact is what I take, that's totally fine. Whenever the leading hero plays a card, deal damage equal to this ally's spirit to a leading enemy. So I could just deal damage with my headbangs constantly with that. Just not bad. Impact is also the AoE, right? And it benefits from my headbangs. That is actually going to cause us to get a lot more gold from the Kobold Fetish as well. Pretty costly right now for me to play as many allies as I have. I'm going to go the Impact one. I can't believe I still haven't done this as well, by the by. Let's actually... Hailstorm. Let's actually get the damage in that. Wait, Jagged? Oh, no. Yeah, the Toad Explosion's still there. Jagged. I'm interested. If I had the card's attacks pierce through for half damage to the next enemy on an AoE card, not maybe this one, because there seems to be a way that this would actually function in my mind, but like attack all enemies for 15. Does the front enemy get attacked for 15 and then the second enemy gets attacked for 22, the 15 that it gets otherwise, and then the half damage persisting through? I don't know. Wendy's cool. Rough Diamond. Yeah, I just want to get a defensive card a little bit more upgraded. Maybe put it in the Spyglass? No, Spyglass being 1 cost would be really nice. I'm just going to pop it in the Defend. Sorry, the Guard, rather. Make it a denser block card. Alright, now... what would be the best way to get there? It would be pop that square open and then use a Radial Brush for the most novel map impact. Okay. Take Croc's Crown. Actually, I could just replace this, put this on a different character right now. Aurora does have more cards that I want to use in that way. The only thing is, I know that I need to continue getting defensive cards with Sirocco. Whenever at the end of your turn you have no cards in hand, leading hero gains 1 courage. That's not going to happen like commonly at all for us, if at all for us. Horde Shell already got picked up by 2. Love to see it. We'll just be taking the normal battles and then splitting out in the directions, I think. Actually, Bolt of Wisdom first. That's hard. That's really hard. Is it too late to dig? Yeah, I think it actually may be. I'll take the Kappa Study. It was either that or nothing there for me, I think. Let me find more energy, please.
Welcome to the party!
Perfect. Toad Explosion's actually not going to deal that much damage. Do what you can. Already got the full heal sitting pretty for her. Ooh, Hailstorm, nice. I could Hailstorm teamwork. Actually, that's a full block as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Food skitting, baby, driving me crazy. My obsession for the West and to dance all day. Perfect. By the way, the minions getting killed with this, a non-summoned enemy, is the Reap trigger, so we can't just farm out infinite gold here. Which is good, to be clear. It's very, very preferable. I mean... sit for the damage to the front line, maybe? I think I'm gonna do that and then get the guard and then Wall of Mist our way back to the front as well. Yeah. I like that. The 8 block each turn is not helping. I mean, like, I extremely have lethal.
Hey, thanks.
Time for some
So I don't know how much help I really need. Ink for 3 in a straight line is always pretty good. Starts getting us up there. When we play a melee card, deal 10 damage to the leading enemy. Wish we had more of those. Over here is the ogre toe. That one too. I mean, I also do need to try and get to each of the golden fairies, but that's going to be really hard. I think I should just prioritize the ones that are already on a path that I intend to go down. Let's use a precisioning to move one more space up so that I can access all of these at the same time. Sure, one more Vault of Wisdom. Attack all enemies for 15. Fire Breath. It's a really good AoE right there. Draw 2 cards and put a card on top of your deck. Phalanx. That's some good dense block in Phalanx as well. I'm taking the AoE card that I've wanted this entire time. Vaults of Wisdom always offer 1 card with a random gem in it. Vaults of Wisdom can be visited twice. Oof. Whenever you use a brush, reveal 2 adjacent extra tiles at random. I'm going to take the fortune there. I think I'm going to take it. I think I'm taking it easily. I've been told to take it easy. I finally learned how. Definitely Hailstorm over the Fire Breath here, right? No. Yes. Fire Breath would have drawn us 2 cards. The only problem is if it drew us a card that was 2 costs that I really wanted to play, that would actually be bad. This has got to be a setup turn, right? Roar's Promise and Kappa Study. Yeah, it's got to be. Because I can't really do too much to the enemy this time. Toad Splode and do no damage. So it's like strike, spyglass, setup, and then headbang. Okay. We'll quicken into headbanging. Alright, the biggest damage I can, and then the next biggest damage I can, which happens to be the biggest lethal I can.
Well done.
Thank you, Aurora. I appreciate it. Yeah. We'll just look down this normal battle next. Rakoan Cannoneer. It's not attacking the stones, so makes my life pretty easy. Not too much decision making I gotta go through here. Why am I throwing sips early? I know I'm on full HP right now, and I know that I've got the combo for it right now. It's not something I will do eternally, mind, but it's something that is just kind of acceptable right now. Horde Shell. I'm just gonna pop a defend. There you go. No damage to me. I think I'm gonna draw a bunch of cards with Kappa Study before I commit here to anything. Headbang, Toadsplode, Headbang. And I think that sets us up basically as best as we could be for lethal on this next turn. Right, just one powerful attack from Sirocco. Or... Wait, we didn't have critical hit up. Why did I think we had critical hit up? That's gonna be a problem. No, it's not. Never mind. We're okay. I was like, I'm certain I have lethal here. Right? jarring realization that maybe I didn't before the rising, the soaring feeling rather of, oh wait, no, I do. Hidden very well, thank you. It's damned important to us, especially because we're finding a harder time finding them, or rather, we're not actually having a harder time finding them right now, but we could have had a harder time finding them without the skylights to guide
My
us.
spyglass?
Yeah. Vault of Wisdom, what do you got? Let's try drawing a card, attacking for 4 times our hand size, and then discarding a card at random. 4 times our hand size. So what's the expected result here? 6 or 7 hand size? So 24 to 28. Discards a card at random. It would want to be played at the start of the turn. Man, that's the biggest limitation a lot of these things have had. When they want to be played. The ones that discard a card at random. We didn't have something here that we did. We did. It was Triton Breeder and Medallion of Insight. Let's try and get that Triton Breeder as soon as we can. Sounds like a good time to me. Which of these is more accessible? I mean, neither of them really. But I guess this one. That's not good. I'm gonna look at this Vault of Wisdom. Fill the pot. Oh, baby. Fill the pot. Add a sip to your hand. Draw a card for each sip in your hand. When you draw this, reduces cost by 1.
like
Fill the
this
pot.
one.
I was looking for an opportunity to justify taking the Triton Breeder. Triton Breeder is getting a lot harder now that the enemies are actually blocking. By the by, it actually consistently get good value out of. Okay. Fight me, Elite. Start with Kappa Study. Okay. I'm gonna quicken into a Tidal Force to kill the second liner. And then follow up with 2 defends. There we go. Got AoE cards in here. Somewhere. There it is. Let's start off with Fire Breath. I mean, look, if game gives you exactly the card you need, you use exactly that card. Yeah, the one that you need. To explode would be nice too, but have to lose a lot of HP to do it. I think I'm gonna lose a lot of HP here. And we'll defend our way back to the front. That's completely fine. I don't need to be too quick about this one. Actually, hilariously, we can use Horde Shell here very effectively. In fact, I'll use Aurora's Promise first, then Horde Shell our way to the front, setting up Fill the Pot. Excuse me. Actually, we're about to cycle the deck, so I'm going to play the attacks first, then Fill the Pot. That card's being rendered very close to the screen right now. Well, the pot's available again, but I'll have to play the Triton Lyricist first. This is a really good draw engine right now. The 2 Fill the Pots in the deck. No, I'm just leaving the sips in here now. We're past the point of actually using them. I mean, except in turns like this where it would be, you know, lethals. I would love Mortars. Mortars is the card that we're looking for, to be clear. Headbang, sip, 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 headbang, sip, headbang, sip, headbang, mortar for 1 billion damage. That's what we're looking for. I don't know if we're gonna get it, but look. If we always got what we wanted, life wouldn't be that interesting. Starting to cash in on damage. Done. leave that crit hit on you. Yeah, we've still got Toadsplode left in the deck. Sure, I'll teamwork my way back to the front line as well.
Where'd they come from?
The Rakoan War Machine. Glad I could help. Instantly killing a target feels pretty good to me. Not being able to full heal after this fight feels pretty bad, though. So I deal that 8, and then the 8 is also dealt from Toadsplosion back. Okay. Or rather, 16, yeah, because it penetrated through as well. Cool. I wonder if there's any effect that makes your allies' attacks penetrate, like have, you know, excess damage hits the next. You know, trample, some effect like trample, right? I'm not referring to Monster Train Trample, I'm referring to Magic the Gathering Trample. Which Monster Train Trample may be referring to. I don't know. I don't know the origin of any of those kinds of terms. There's a period of time where I was listening to kind of like historical podcasts about the origins of things in gaming. Way back from the days of wargaming tabletops up until now. But then Marcus stopped making that series, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, still going down this direction, right? So it's there and then explode, I think. Again, just not incredible. Really would have liked to get another treasure, but that's okay. Hailstorm into Toadsplosion. Yeah, it's extremely clear by now that the Aurora should be holding the Krog's crown. Yeah, don't worry. I'm all aware of it. I thought I was going a different direction. I thought I was going to shilly, then I shallied instead. Yeah, it happens. Just using the Kappa studies effectively to thin down the size of the deck to get to my next fill the pots as I'm, you know, setting up here. Very effective. I mean, doing damage doesn't matter unless I can do a lot of damage. The thing I care the most about right now would just be setup. Which is why I was so desperately looking for the critical hit card that turn. Alright, Aurora. Start sipping? No, I'll do that next time. You quicken me. Yeah, leave it. Now give me damage, please. Aurora's promise is that we can headbang all day and all night. Nice. Extra 10 gold from getting the kill with the character holding the Kobold Fetish. Good money. I really want to starting with everyone with a critical hit on them is huge. It's so big. Getting another Malay card here is pretty good too. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Toadsploading super early on, you know, it's a shame that Hailstorm would only benefit from 1 or 2 of the actual things that would drop there. The Titan's Spiritless. Pierce through for half damage. I still like Pierce through for half damage getting on some. Maybe I put that on the Fire Breath and we actually do the science right now and see what it does.
Shiny.
I've never done it before and I keep asking what it does. So why don't I do it to find out what it does rather than ask and never do it and never know what it does? See? Yes, it's Yul. Reduce the hero's block by 10 before attacking. You don't even intend to attack here, so I think I'm okay with that. Critical hit, 40 damage. And then another 40 damage. Straight up. Good first turn. Can we follow it up? The Mega Claw has just gained 4 power, which is okay. We'll Aurora's Promise into a teamwork for free. Probably Kappa Study. We're looking for defense of a kind. Oh gosh, that's really annoying. I want to use Spyglass, but it's definitely Horde Shell and Fill the Pot. Yeah, Horde Shell just defended us for... Wasn't 37? Can't have been 37, right? What? 61 block. This is not correct. The number on this is not correct. Every time I played it, I was like, I thought that was less block. Nah, it's fine. It's still more block than I needed. Yeah, it's just definitely not correct though, right? Sure, let's pop you out front. You can sip your way back up if need be. Reduce by 10 before attacking, so we need to overblock. We're gonna have to Kappa Study here. This is a rough draw. Guard our way to the front and then a Fill a Pot. I really want to get the Toad Explosion out there just to have damage on the field. I am going to need damage out there on the field. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, even if it sucks. Frontline's vulnerable. Inflict vulnerable and tripped, then swap the heroes before attacking. Before the enemy makes me discard all of my stack cards, I'm going to need to play them all out. Let's... Quicken to set up for a headbang, to set up for... Actually, I'll full heal before I use sit so that it's dealing damage. Which sets up for a impact to set up for another sit. And then Tidal Defend Wave of Mist. Could be a lot worse. Yeah, whenever the heroes play a card, discard and redraw their hand. I'm very glad that we didn't like that then. I'm gonna use Fill the Pot though. Wait, Horde Shell is now showing 26 there? Why is it showing the correct amount now? Critical hit on the enemies. Pretty damn good. There goes Toad Explosion and Fire Breath, two of the cards that would have best utilized that critical hit. I mean, Hailstorm, unfortunately, the critical hit is not the next attack. It's just the next damage hit, so... That would actually be pretty unimpactful. Well, would it be unimpactful or would it just be fine? Might just be fine, you know? Sometimes things are just fine. Oh, actually, no. We play Fill the Pot. Actually, hilarious. We may have an infinite here. Just based off of what the enemy's doing. We play Fill the Pot. Okay. Draws us all the way to playing Aurora's Promise. And now, as long as I play a Fill the Pot every so often, I should be able to play as many Sirocco cards this turn as I want. Unfortunately, Impact exactly the card I want to play. So we're going to have to wait until the next cycle to play it. Okay, headbang, teamwork. I'm going to play out a teamwork here. And then we play out Aurora's Promise again. And now, all of Sirocco's cards are 0. Beautiful. Let's impact you. 26 damage, draw a whole new hand. Okay. Do I get rid of a sip just yet? No, I'm just gonna get more power for my next attack. Cycle. Okay. Get some more defend just in case. The stacks are filtering things out of our hand right now as the thing that's happening. Damage again. Fill the pot, fill the pot, fill the pot. Please. Nice. Gotta be able to fill the pot or we can't keep this going. Quicken? Yes, but just to get you out of the aura of weakness. Spyglass is a good setup. The only thing is, do I have that many turns worth of damage left after it? Okay, I can defend my way back to the front there. I was starting to get worried. Teamwork, and then our final card is Kappa Study. Your turn. Just casually play every card. Reflect back 2 damage to attackers. That's okay. We should be able to defend against that. Start out by filling the pot. 2 headbang. We already have defense right now, so Tidal Force makes sense there. Headbang again. I mean, I guess strike. Reasonable right now. Defend before I do it still. All right. We should be able to wrap this pretty easily. Let me have one big card, please. So Explosion's not going to do it right now. That incoming damage is a lot too. I'm gonna sip. Then defend and teamwork to get back to the front. I think we just have to take another turn here. Use a sip, and then maybe... Actually, I shouldn't have used the sip. I'm not going to do any damage this turn anyway. Incoming damage is 57. Wait! Oh my god, you flip us and inflict vulnerable first. Oh my god, Aurora survived! Oh, yikes. Oh, I didn't. I'm still getting used to the things and their quirks, but oh god. Oh, that could have gone worse. Let's focus on the positives. That could have gone worse. All right, good heal right there. Each ally gains a spirit. I still don't know how that works. Mecha Turbine is just, it's free energy for us. So we're definitely taking that. Erdon's Drum. Each ally gains a spirit. So back before the game came out, I played that and then I tried to summon frogs because at the time... Wait, I don't even have the... Oh, yeah. Summon 1 frog for each damage dealt. So I was wondering if it was going to summon a frog, a single frog for each damage dealt, and because they're a swarm, if they join with one another, or they will all join with one another after the fact, right? So effectively, does this double the amount of frogs that we summon? Because each frog has 1 spirit. See? The frog itself is just a single thing that has 1 spirit, and you're summoning 8 of those frogs. It didn't work like that then. I don't know if it does now, but Mecha Turbine is really good now, so I have to take that one. Acorn Aplenty. We're not putting that in Horde Shell, I'll tell you that much. At the start of the battle, shuffle 2 copies of this into your deck with no gems. I mean, look, I could put another fill the pot in this, and there would be no problem with that. And that's what we do.
Nice one.
Nice one. The ancient lands of Tarverin. Let me get some water. Feeling slightly dehydrated up here. Whenever a card grants you an energy, gain an energy. It's mostly our relics granting us energy right now, but ooh. The first time you dissolve a card, gain an energy. No, that's still from a relic. It probably wouldn't trigger the Flame of Ignis. And then the red pendulums on the other side. Whenever your discard power is larger than 15, this hero's block cards give 5 more block. We could kind of like cheese that out a little, I think. Nadam, what do you have? These are so expensive. Okay. Horde Shell again. Another Hailstorm. Tea Time. If Aurora's at full life, gain 2 energy. With the amount of draw that I have, things like Tea Time are going to be huge. Gemsilk Scarf. If the equipped hero did not attack this turn, draw 3 additional cards next turn. Did not attack. Not just didn't play a card, but didn't attack. Interesting. Shield the Chosen Seaver's Cloak we've seen prior. Drop of Echoes. When you play this, add a 0-cost copy of the card to your hand with no gems. Also really good. Singularity, also really good. Blood Crystals, also there. I mean, look, Blood Crystal is actually really, really, really good, but for what we're doing right now, not necessarily. Yikes. They're all so far away as well. I should still go to Vaults of Wisdom, right? We're going to go to 26 cards. We're going to go for the final boon. Glowworm. Next attack on an enemy is a critical hit. Discard a card at random. It's also Trance. Draw until you have 7 cards. Stupefy. Retain. Reduce an enemy's power by 4 for 1 turn. And gain 2 block. I think I'm going to hard pass those. We'll find better things. Or things that we're happier to have in the deck. Perfect. Start out with a big impact, killing that backliner. Follow it with Fill the Pot. A Triton. And then fill more pot. Oh, it's so good. Follow with the Hailstorm, I guess. No other way around that one. Oh, hell yes. What a good first turn. Maybe we should fill that pot, though. And then I could even dissolve a card to gain an energy. Let's draw 3 cards. Aurora's Promise allows me to just play cards. Just play cards, though. Spyglass before I use this strike, so that I can get lethal with that hit and trigger the Cobalt Fetish.
Next.
So yes, I could use Noble Ink just to immediately access this normal battle. The only thing is, what am I doing after that, right? Is that I want my movements, where possible, to accomplish more than one thing at one time. Like, get us towards a relic, as well as open a space, as well as get towards an enemy. Something like that, you know? Hailstorm's nice, but it's not the opening hit in this fight. Use a defend first just to set up for a fill the pot. I actually think I just Spyglass and then pass. Or we still throw a Tidal Force. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. 30? Excuse me? That's damage, friend? What? I mean, I can Horde Shell my way to the front line. And will. We use a Fill the Pot, drawing more cards. Follow it with a Headbang, giving us more energy. And then play a Guard, giving us more guards. Leave the Sips in hand, don't need them right now. I want to play my AoE cards, it's just I only get them when I have no energy left to play them. Okay. Let's use Aurora's Promise first. Triton Lyricist sets up for a Fill the Pot. Gosh, I guess Headbang sets up for another Fill the Pot. God, can I please have my AoE cards? Fill the Pot draws so many cards right now. Let's get another Spyglass out there on you, just so you're a lot easier to hit with just normal strikes and stuff like that. But I still want my AoE to be the first thing that goes out there. And then maybe I Fill the Pot. We've got a lot of Fill the Pot out. And unfortunately not really getting to the right cards I'm looking for. I do need a couple more Sirocco cards in this deck. Do I? Or maybe I just need more draw to get to them. Maybe that's it. Yeah, I'll get rid of that temporary power just to get more cards out here. Gosh, really? That's how we're gonna do it? That's how we're gonna do it. Kinda wanna try and block even. Leash. Just Hailstorm. Just ruin everything I've been working towards. Go on. I mean, look, we might as well Fill the Pot and see what's up. We got the impact. Actually? That's not going to do it. But... Stacks, and that's not going to do it either. They do have the ability to defend again, at least. Ow. Come on, let me just play the AoE card. There we go, Fire Breath. That'll kill both of them, and then I get gold. Thank you. Thank you. Much cherished gold.
Over there.
Oh, that's incredible, but so is the Flame of Ignis. We need to go get Tea Time. Tea Time needs to be in this deck. Tea Time is the right time. And if you've been listening to this episode so far going, are these all just Mike Wozniak quotes from Season 11 of Taskmaster? No comment. Look, I, like almost everyone who watched that season, may have slightly fallen in love with Mike. Come on. How could you not? How can you not? If you know, you know, you know? Just been watching endless compilations on YouTube. 4-3. That would actually get me to the Flame of Ignis just using both of these right now. Just been watching endless compilations on YouTube. And there's so many of them being made. I'll never run out. Whoa, look at that density right there. Get ink, get precision ink. We get our access. We get a bunch of gold. We get a radiant heart. Give me that precision ink, please. Thank you. Get a golden fairy we get to fight. Sorry, I said a golden fairy that we get to fight. Campus study goes out. Yeah, certainly. Fill the pot. It's also simple. Hmm. 40. You actually can't deal that much more damage than 40 this time. Which means it's not worth dealing any. Like, it'd just be Tidal Wars to get 30, and then Strike to get... I mean, it wouldn't even be the 14. Well, it would be the full 14 because of the power on you. It's still... It's nothing. It's nothing damage, and it removes the enemy's critical strike. Critical hit, rather. We could get through like 10 damage this turn. It's not enough. We're holding out for a dumb turn again. Dumb turns are the right turns. I can't get you to the front. I can use Tea Time into Triton Lyricist to set up a Fill the Pot draw. We can headbang our way into a Kappa Study more. Okay, that's good. We're getting into the area where the Toadsplosion can be used. Impact itself is the same as Fire Breath this turn, except it doesn't draw 2 cards from Croc's Crown. But that's okay. We Impact first. Then we'll Toadsplode. Despite the fact that the Hailstorm lost 16 damage there, the Toadsplode get... Well, actually, is that worth more? No, it's not. The Hailstorm should have been the card that I cast first and then Toadsplode afterwards. That's my bad. Still decent damage that turn. We got 2 more turns to do something like it. Critical hit is left in the deck, though, which is quite encouraging here. There's a critical hit. Oh, we really needed to draw Fill the Pot. Literally both the bottom cards of the deck are Fill the Pot right now. That sucks. That super, super sucks here. Sure. I'm gonna headbang. Set you up for a critical hit, and then I can't do that. We're doing no damage. Oh. I got the Fill the Pots. Now I just need to be able to use them. Let's use this one that's already free. I was hoping to draw enough cards to move to the front, but this is not how I want to do it. I guess I'll start sipping a little. Try that out for a little more draw. No, it's not going to do it. Alright. Well, it's just like... Big Fire Breathe. Oh, Tea Time's the right time. I'm doing it too much. Toadsplode to follow up. 4. 2 more energy this turn. Let's get that 15 out there. Yeah. Strike into another sip, and then another 24 at the end of the turn. Look, that's good. It's not all of the money, but it's good. Nice. It's fine.
Well done.
I've certainly done worse. Okay. 3 in a straight line. 3 in a straight line to there and then blow up seems good to me. Just in terms of coverage. Oi! Why? I mean, am I really afraid of elite battles right now? No. I was setting myself up for a pun there. The game did not want to contribute to. Let's fill the pot first. That's good. It's kind of the card I was hoping to get as well. Fill the pot again. Toadsplode. Summon your ally. The allies in this fight are going to be a little annoying because they're constantly just going to be hitting the frontline enemy. Okay, let's impact there. Getting an extra summon out on the board. This is what you want to do in this, right? We'll sip just to set up teamwork. You also get the extra energy out of that sip there. Hailstorm? Don't worry about the damage of Hailstorm not being enough, really. Like, I just want to do big hits individually to a single target, but this deck also isn't about big hits to a single target. Not really. Okay. I'm gonna attack you. And then use a sip so that the 15 goes through the back line. I'm giving the enemy a lot of power here. The problem is, if I go slower, I don't know if I can win the fight. There's the vulnerability. That's not good either. Thank heck we have Cover Study and Quick Time in this end. Fill the pot's already 0 cost as long as we're in the back line for it, so we'll T-time before we do anything else. Probably even draw. Ward Shell's great here. Good damage to the front line, a little bit of good draw. I'm going to be reasonable to quicken and then guard my way back to the front. Setting up another Fill the Pot for more draw. So I'm going to get critical hit on the backliner if I can. Yeah, I may just like hard slow play this turn. Just like Triton, defend, pass. Now that we're more set up, it's a lot more comfortable for us to sit in a position like this. It's a lot of energy, but not much draw. Although, if I Wall of Mist, I can leave Aurora on only 1 HP here. Seems pretty good. Yeah, because she'll be able to heal a lot better from that. We should quicken first, then. Lest I lose the ability to do it. Pop out a tea time that's not going to be used. May as well. Do I want a headbang? Yeah, I do want a headbang. As long as I leave myself with 1 headbang for the next turn, that's enough. Well, actually, no, we have the Triton Headsmith, so that's already the 1 block. 1 for the next turn, rather. Okay, and we left the enemy 1 short of actually popping their Molten Veins, getting them another enemy on board. Currently, I don't have the ability to invert this board state, so I need to draw into that. Still don't have it. It's getting spookier. Thankfully, we basically had infinite draw available that turn, so I wasn't too scared. If Aurora is going to defend, she should defend now. Though she isn't, so let's move. Fill the pot for even more cards. The cards I'm looking for right now would be energy. Definitely. Teamwork before trying to do more draw. Do I? I need Spyglass set up on the enemy as quickly as I can get it. 8 times. The only problem is every summon of Molten Veins is going to happen while this is occurring. I also don't really want to draw past the Horde Shell if I can avoid it. Yeah, I actually think I do just set up this turn. Nah, there's Horde Shell. Whatever. It happens. Guess I'll fill the pot. Ow.
Welcome to the party.
Elite's hurt. specifically this one, especially. Oh, that's a lot of incoming damage. "24 on you will summon one from the enemy. And the frogs start taking care of them. Incoming damage this turn is... I mean, what's the least that I could take this turn? Maybe Toad Explosion on that. Right, because then the newly summoned target gets killed as well, so that's 35 incoming. Okay. So defend plus guard here is 18, 3, 21, 13, 34. Short of full defense. I may have to play some sips this turn. Oh, but Aurora can't be back out front. She's vulnerable. She'd take far more damage. Can I survive this turn? Yes, but only in ways that really suck. Things like using a bunch of sips just to get the frontline enemy target down. And then 35 incoming damage still does it to us though. Oh no, Sirocco blocks in the end of the turn as well. Never mind, we're fine. Defend. Headbang. Sip. Guard. Okay. Right, so at the end of this turn, you would generate 3 block, Therian Shield, modifying the Fortifying Brew. You get up to 26. 26, 13 is 39. So you do need to Toad Explode. Gives 2 power to all of the creatures. Vulnerability is not modifying this at all. There's the 35. I actually may even use my own individual strike to take you out. Or maybe not. Maybe I do it against the backline, just do 30 whatever damage. 38. No, it's probably wait for an AoE, right? Yeah, it's probably wait for an AoE card instead. Pass. Yeah, and we're not vulnerable this turn. But sorry, we're not vulnerable. We're not weakened. Start with tea time. Segueing into headbang. Gonna fill the pot out there for a bunch of cards. Okay. We definitely have damage. Like Fire Breath right now is almost lethal. I'll use Aurora's Promise. Fire Breath. And then the strike after Spyglass and yeah, we definitely have lethal this turn. Do not worry, we got it. Spyglass, strike. You go down. Whew.
That's one for the books.
Yeah, no kidding. That hurt. Melee Stone, I like it, I like it. Honestly, that probably just immediately goes into the Horde Shell. I need to cast that basically every time I draw it. Being able to cast it for 2 is, well, that actually represents being able to cast it, because right now it's a lot harder than that. Alright, we might find an event that does a full heal or anything like that, so let's not use the Radiant Heart just yet. Just in case. Speaking of, the heroes are ambushed by a wandering merchant. The excited look in his eyes, he's obviously been looking for someone to do business with for quite some time. The merchant opens one of his bags and retrieves a sheet of old paper. He swears that the location is an amazing treasure. He holds his hand out expectantly for some gold. Alright, so what does buying the treasure map even do? Spend 30 gold to reveal a new treasure on the map. Yeah. The heroes spread the map open and read it carefully. It seems the treasure is buried not too far from here. Yeah, that's not too far from here, if I could say so myself. Get everyone to have 4 bleed at the start of the battle. Look, it gives us less control over where enemies die, but I think I'm okay with that. That red pendulum looks good too. 1, 2. Actually, that's really good. 1, 2. Get the precision to here. Use the brush. Oh no, I would need 1 more space to actually get up. Never mind, we get to the Farrier Well, which is really good as well. Null Battle and Alchemist. Alchemist, what's one of our worst cards now? It's still the base strikes for Sirocco, I think. Yeah, because they could be defends or they could be offense, and in both cases, I'd be pretty happy about it. Gain 8 block, add 2 headbangs to your hand. Not bad. Play only if Sirocco is leading. Attack the leading enemy for 16. Pierce through for half. Attack for 8. If you have 10 block, attack for 16 instead. I think I just go pump up and get more block in it.
Nice one.
It's fine. Pretty big upgrade over what it was previously. Okay, now we're in the realm of actually healing Sirocco with these. Let's also look at the Vault of Wisdom. That could be important. Triton Banquet. Summon 7 frogs. Increase all other allies' spirit by 1. There's also a Wall of Mist there for block for AoE fights. I mean, you know, there's less AoE fights going on at the moment. I'm gonna skip that. We do need 2 more cards in the deck. Only 2 more cards in the deck in order to get to our next boon. What's the most efficient one right now? It's probably that and then exploring up there, right? Let's do it. Fill the pot, eh? That sets up for teamwork, which sets up for filling the pot again. Yeah, Aurora's promises 2 energy this turn. Tea time's more energy this turn. Yeah, I'm generating way too much energy now that I have the tea time and now that I'm, like, actually able to cycle through so many cards. It's good. It's really good. But it does make me wish a little that I had the retained energy. Although it was up against the Medallion of Insight, and the Medallion of Insight has also been really good. You have taunt, so I can't even attack. Wait. No, yeah, you have taunt, so I can't even attack the backlines if I wanted to.
Welcome to the party.
Ooh, Fire Breath is here. Good to see it. 13 pierces through the next enemy. Yeah, I still want to know about that. So let's defend. And then headbang. So this is 23. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to see any piercing going on here. At the end of the enemy's turn. Okay. I was wondering if it was going to happen early enough that I had the ability to just go for lethal here. But they're just going to die as soon as they summon 2. Bye-bye. Goodbye. So we can style all over that find at least. Full space and straight line, also pretty good. That gets us all the way to this. as well as opens up areas that are a lot broader for us to explore. I like it. I like it. Golden Fairy. Start with Kappa Study. More cards gives me more access to things that'll combo for Fill the Pot. Or more Fill the Pots indeed themselves. Kappa Study again also. Tea Time's great here. Okay. Perfect. Let's fill the pot again. Gosh, I really want to fill the pot again as well. Wait, how did I get an energy when I filled the pot there? What? We'll see. When you end your turn with no cards in hand, the leading hero gains a courage. Yeah, that was never going to happen, was it? It's Toad Explosion right now isn't that big. Maybe just Hailstorm instead? So 3 turns left on the battlefield. Attack at the end of this turn, end of the next turn. This is dealing 8 4 times. And this is dealing 8 6 times. Well, this is dealing 8 5 times, right? Because it's also got the Toad Explode. But this is 6 times. So. Seems pretty clear. That and just like Vital Force, probably. Looks like I maybe actually could have afforded one of the other gems. Maybe I still can even. That'd be nice. Real feather in our cap there. Okay, I'll quicken. To set up Headbang to set back up, fill the pot. I'll use Aurora's Promise this turn, just because the Horde Shell can actually deal damage based off of it. Am I sipping and headbanging a bunch this turn? This isn't really a damage turn, is it? I mean, I guess kind of. Not a big damage turn, though. Sometimes they are what they are. I should leave another sip there at least so that I get more draw on later turns. Oh, and I was supposed to play the melee card for dealing damage to the front enemy because of the spear. Damn it. That was my bad. I knew that the whole time, and then I oopsed it. Oopsed about it for a bit. Spyglass. Finally got us some good draw. Let's get a Triton Lyricist out there. Yes. Hailstorm into Headbang into Strike. Get some damage out of the board. Anything I can get. If I'm not getting a kill, I just want to get as much money as I can. I mean, getting the kill would start with Kappa Study, though. I'm not saying we're gonna do it. But that's how it would begin if it were to begin, you know? Fill the pot as well. Good to see. And then, like, teamwork my way back to the front line. Setting up a free fill the pot. Sets up a free Headbang, which sets up another free fill the pot. Going through a lot of cards, but where's the impact? Use Aurora's Promise and start emptying some cards out of hand. Guard, I will play a single sip. Then impact before fill the pot. I need energy, just straight up energy gaining ones. These are not they. Okay, we pump up. Which does manage to add both of those to hand because they stack. Then it's sip, headbang, sip, headbang, and we're just going to do a giant fireball. Fire breath after that, rather. It's not 77 block. There's no way that's 77 block. What's going on with its numbers? That, and then a little sip. There you go. That was still pretty good show of damage right there. There's no way I can get to the final golden fairy on this map, right? Right? There might be a way we can do it. There's a lot of ways we could actually do that. All right, let's go look at the gems again for a second here, because we're getting into the realm of we should think about the one that we're gonna want to get. When you play this at a 0-cost copy to your hand that has no gems. Spyglass, honestly, just doing that even more is pretty damn good. Aurora's Promise making everything cost 0 is also pretty hilariously good. Fill the pot, giving another fill the pot is also really good. Tea time for more energy gain is fine. It's not Gem Silk Scarf instead, right? Card draw is the thing I care about the most. It might be, but even if it is, that's in the future. Okay. Start with Kappa Study. Nice. That's a good fill the pot to be able to play. Oof. Gosh, do I just play the other one outright right now? I think so, because it costs us Spyglass to get past it otherwise. Ooh, nice. Toadsplode's pretty good here. The only problem is I'd be like swapping, then using Toadsplode, and then I am revealed to 35 incoming damage and die as a result. That's the problem right now, is the non-defending thing that's going on. Actually, no, it totally works. It's Wall of Mist gets us to the front. Quicken gets us back to the back. Then we can Toadsplode. Yeah. I wanted to have the Quicken up so that I got the extra on it, and both of them to have their critical hit. So we're gonna defend for, you know, not enough. Certainly not enough. But we are very well set up for the rest of the fight. Soroko's HP is gonna be a problem. We're gonna need to find more support for it. That one's not negotiable. That's just gonna happen somehow. Alright, let's give him some tea time. Okay, Fire Breath. Are you gonna take 22 damage or are you gonna take 33? Well, I guess before we do that, we still should pump up. And then sip into a headbang. Actually, I think I'll just straight up headbang the next one. Okay, so it's 28, and then are you going to take 42? Are you going to take 42? So it took 20, and then it took 28. So wait, half the damage pierced through. Wait, what? What? Wait, what? So it did 28 to you, and 28 to you, and then it also did another 20. But 20 isn't half of 20. What? I'm not going to focus on that right now. There's probably some part of it that I'm too involved to be able to see right now. Well, there might be. That is the charitable interpretation. That is one thing I run into in games like this quite consistently. One sec while I just sequence this turn a little better. That's one thing I run into in games like this consistently, which is I try and give as best I can the benefit of the doubt for how mechanics are going to work and things like that. And when a game has inconsistencies, even when they're tiny, even when they're slight, it becomes a problem because it means I can no longer trust my intuition about how those kinds of things might work. Which means every consideration needs to be made 3 times over. They become so much harder. I don't know what my point was there, but there was a point at some point, I'm pretty sure. This Skinner's block, yeah. Character with some block cards. Not many block cards, but some block cards. Can I get another block cards? Jeez, that's a block card. Repulse. Gain block equal to 3 times your hand size. We draw all of the cards in the game right now. Enchant weapon's not bad. 0 cost 7 block. One thing that we do want to do is have the ability to get cards out of hand very quickly so that we can continue drawing. And it's block. But it's up against Repulse. And that's all the block I may need even.
Let me show
Especially
you
in the
my
Avatar of Misfight. Start off by filling that pot. Spyglass this early, eh? Good to see. I'm not going to be attacking this turn. It's just going to be... Pump up. Spyglass. Nice draw. Getting past a lot of non-aggressive cards in the deck, which is good to see. I just want to cast Horde Shell and see if it'll do 10 damage 2 times, because it's double melee on this card. Whenever you play a melee card, deal 10 damage to the front enemy. I don't suspect it will, but hey, you know... Science, just in case. Oh man. It's tea time, into a headbang, into a fill the pot, into a headbang. Into a Kappa study, into a headbang. Into a headbang, into a fill the pot. That makes, there we go, and the whole world goes round. The Quicken's pretty good to set up for Hailstorm as well. Let's Quicken before I do an attack for double damage on the impact here. Okay. Although, attacking for 20 and then having 20 each turn is pretty big. Yeah, we'll do it. And then modify the extra damage out from Fire Breath, because it'll get more instead of the Hailstorm. Oh gosh, but now I could go Aurora's Promise and get the Triton Guard out. Triton Guard's nice. Is that better than just a Hailstorm? I don't think it's better than a Hailstorm here. I think it's pretty hard to be better than a Hailstorm here. God, our money. I love gold. I don't know if I have enough inevitability for the final fight. That's a worry that's near to my heart. I don't know how much damage I actually deal. Let's headbang first off just to set up for fill the pot. It's inefficient in terms of energy, but sometimes you gotta be. Quicken our way to the back line. 17, 25. I think I just want to get vulnerability back over the enemy. Actually, no, you know what? No, we don't. Now I Play a sip, and then an impact. And one more sip. Okay. I'm setting up just looking for the hailstorm. There it is. Got him. Bye-bye.
Nice.
Nice. I don't know. That is enough. If we wanted to buy one of the legendary artifacts, that is enough. Gem Silk Scarf. If the equipped hero did not attack this turn, draw 3 additional cards next turn. No. What we need is more damage, really. Blood Crystal being on a card that deals a lot of damage would be big. What deals a lot of damage, though? Tidal Force does some. With Critical Hit, it does a lot more. We can use Critical Hit as our way to set up for big damage. Although I may find while I'm exploring here... is that it? No, that's it. No, wait, that doesn't do it. Wait. I had a position that was, like, good for this. I thought. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. The adventurers discover a small bottle hidden inside a piece of old cloth on the road. How could it have gotten here? Open the bottle to reveal all gemstones and gold piles on the map, or break the bottle to add a broken bottle to your deck. Inflict 5 bleed on the leading enemy. I think that's just going to be in between the cards that we want. Sirocco carefully uncorks the bottle, pulling out the extremely delicate parchment. It's a very, very old map. There's something more to it, though. It seems to indicate the precise locations of all things that glitter in the sun. How is that possible? Oh, it's not going to take me on a tour of the world, showing me all the places? Okay, that's fine. Discovering all gold piles and stuff like that is actually really, really good. Because sometimes there's just a gold pile that is one off of the path that you're already working with. It just discovers you a bunch of tiles. Okay, I'm also, like, very keen to try and find any of the gemstones. There have to be some, right? Oh, there. It's both of them are just contiguous with the map that we already had. Hell yeah, retain ranged or ranged. Let me guess. Well, I wonder which one of those I'm gonna want to go for. Let me stroke my chin about it for a moment. Mighty Ruby. This card's attacks deal +5 damage. I could put that into the Tidal Force and then also give it the bleed. That actually might be a play. Maybe that's a hell of a play, actually. And then Repulse wants to get the retain ranged. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually really good. Okay, so cards attack deal +5 damage goes into... Well, hang on. Again, we will finish out the rest of the things that we can here before I do that, just in case. My god. Gold. Look at all that gold! I can't get that. Give me the gold, though. They're normal battles I can easily access. Well, not easily. And maybe not access. But there are normal battles.
That tickles.
Alright. That sounds like a plushy line for Sirocco right there as well. That tickles. Repulse into Toadsplosion. Probably get a defend out there too, let's be clear. Good off. That 5 resets. I'm gonna have to guard into fill the pot. We're looking for more defense. That's not gonna do it. Didn't I just No, I didn't upgrade you. I talked about upgrading you, which is not the same. Headbang. Oh, I thought that was going to give us more defense than that for some reason. I guess the only one I really need to get out is Triton. Ow. Yeah, this enemy is gonna hurt pretty badly, in fact. Okay, Horde Shell is great here. Thank you. So, it's gain 41 block. I have 3 block right now. I play it, and I now have 42 block. Now, I'm no big city count. That is to say, one of the vampires on Sesame Street, or one of the puppeteers of the vampires on Sesame Street. I'm no big city count, but I'm pretty sure that's not how that works. Let's headbang about it. Nice. Maybe fill the pot for a bit more draw. Nice. I was about to say I'm looking for the energy gain, and that's exactly what was provided to us. So we can do a swapsy-dopsy and set up for a bigger hailstorm right now, which feels good. Swoopsy-dipsy. And cop 48 damage. Wait, hang on. It's 8 by 8. It's 8 by 8? 8 by 6. How many times does this strike? 8. Okay. 8 by 8's not 48, right? Because 5 by 8 is 40. So it's not. It's 64. I didn't just like learn the timetables or anything like that when I was back in school. A lot of our cohort did. That might have been just a week I was away or something like that. It's decent damage. Actually, maybe I should just Spyglass before that. Yeah, probably should have. So it feels like just every single time I'm looking for the nearest round number that is multiplied to and then adding the new number. So that's, 5 by 8 plus 3 by 8. Two explosions, nice. We don't have much defense demonstrated right yet this turn. It's tea time into fill the pot. We need defense. Okay, that's not defense though, is the thing. You know the thing I asked for? And remember when you didn't give me any of that thing? Just making sure we're all on the same page. RE thing getting. Oh no, wait, never mind. I got a Horde Shell. I don't know how I missed that. That seems pretty hard to miss. Wait, what? Didn't I? Aurora's Promise. All of the other heroes. Didn't I play that this turn? Why do you cost anything, Headbang? You doing okay, bud? I mean, by all rights, I should kill this turn. Right. 9. Yep. See, because that kills this turn. Good fight.
What kind of loot did we get?
I'm keen to know too. When this blocks, deal twice as much damage to the frontline enemy instead. That is a lot of damage from the repulse, right? 3 times your hand size. Consistently, our hand size is 10. 3 times your hand size, 30. 60 damage to the front enemy. But if I can't defend in the fight, won't I just die? I have worries. I have worries, friends. I have worries, regrets. I have a few, but then again, too few to mention. I mean, honestly, I'm happy to see some HP there. We could have got rumbled by that a lot worse. I'm taking risks, just trying to find other interesting points of interest. This'll do it, but unless they're contiguous with the map, I'm not going to any of them.
My spy again.
That is And it, oh my god, and it gives us a Vault of Wisdom, which is exactly what I was looking for.
Hey, what's over there?
One more card in the deck and we'll get our final boon. Could have bought one from the store as well. We'll take one last check. Greed Shell's not awful. Oh, we can actually get 2 of these gems now. Oh my god. Never mind. Wait, no, we can't get 2 of those gems. If we open... Oh no. Oh no. I have to choose between opening another crate, another Vault of Wisdom, or getting 2 of those gems. Okay, what would I shuffle infinite copies of into the deck? I mean, Spyglass getting another copy out there, so I'm always critting, is pretty good. Okay, let's do it. No gems, yeah. There you go. Spyglass, add a 0-cost copy hand, no gems. The... where are you? Tidal Force. You are going to inflict bleed equal to your damage dealt, and you are also going to deal more damage. The Repulse is going to retain range, gain block equal to 3 times our size of hand. Do I also put the red diamond in that? No, I just need more reliable defense, really. Does the red diamond go in anything? Honestly, at that rate, probably not. You put it in your biggest block card, or you don't put it in any of them, really. That's not a rule. That's not a rule. Don't take that to heart. I don't actually believe that. Man, I wish I could have just gotten a little bit more money. It's fine. Look, hey, there will always be value left on the table in a roguelike. It's always going to be the case. I'm talking to myself right now because I get caught up on stuff like that consistently. And it just sits in my head, and then for the rest of the game, I'm like, I played that one unoptimal, and because of that, I've got a debuff that I'm never going to overcome. Oh god, the green screen behind me is doing a little bit of patchy. Nice. Sorry about that. I'll get more work done on that soon. I mean, I may as well just big defend, right? Big go. Cards with Dissolve deal triple damage. Whenever the avatar of Mist deals life damage, dissolve the top 4 cards of the player's deck, and it also has things, debuffs that will do that to me as well. That's a combo card, so I have to play it next. The Tidal Force this early is really good. Okay, then I'll tea time our way into a pump up. Getting another fill. Aurora's Promise got a lot worse as I didn't pick up any more Sirocco cards. Quicken is more bleed right now, which is fine. Headbang with you. Swap with you. Headbang again. And cap a study for as much as we can get out here as well. Ooh, nice Spyglass there. In fact, Aurora's Promise now starts to make sense this turn. Tidal Force for 44 bleed on you. There we go, 44 bleed that you are just going to get every single turn. That's a combo card, so if I use the Spyglass, it'll set up for this Fill the Pot. Okay. Thankfully, the enemy doesn't care about how many cards I play. This would have been an impossible deck to do in the greed situation, but thankfully I knew at the very start that that wasn't going to be the case. And we will know from here on out as well, by the by, that that's not going to be the case. Making so many things much easier. Repulse doesn't do damage, so we don't need to play it this turn. Also, it does retain. That is actually a really good point. It retains for defense. A defensive retaining card here is grand for us. All right. Block for 70 on turn 1. Deal just over 110 damage. Actually, even more than that, just under 160, because the enemy's got bleed. And also the bleed is there, permanently. Feeling pretty good about it. I think I'm going to start with the repulse here. Sets up for teamwork. That's all of our defense. Why did teamwork give us that much block? Teamwork gives 10. Ah, red pendulum. Our discard pile is larger than 15, so our heroes' cards give 5 more block. Nice. I hadn't seen that activate at all yet. Actually, that might be part of the inconsistency. No, we got the red pendulum pretty late, after Greed Shell was showing some inconsistencies. I don't know about that then. Okay, let's headbang. I do need to get some sips out occasionally. Not constantly, but occasionally. Just because otherwise I leave value on the table and I spend more energy than I need to, whereas I was going to draw up to full anyway after the fact. I like Kappa Study here too. Third card, please. Thank you. Spyglass. Oof. Can you turn Spyglass down? I don't have that much energy. So what, I'm just playing an impact and then walking away? Is that really what I'm doing this turn? Maybe I just Hailstorm, but that's so many of the critical hits to get lost in the Hailstorm there. Everything just feels inefficient. You know what? Screw it. You do just want to get more Spyglasses on you. Now a future Hailstorm can do full damage for all of it. Yeah, you're gonna... So this is just gonna burn cards in our deck. Hopefully we don't lose Tea Time or Tidal Force. So ideally we would draw into those this turn to try and give ourselves some safety. There's Tea Time. Draw 3. Kappa Study, okay, so I still need to continue drawing more cards again. Fire Breath, the damage is damned good. I mean, look, I can quicken first. Yeah, Fire Breath out there for a whole mess of damage. There we go, the title is here. 44 more damage as well as 44 more bleed. Okay, I'm starting to feel pretty comfortable. We're in the realm of feeling, I feel like we're in the loading screen before the credits, you know? That's about where we are positioned. I can't deal a huge amount of damage in one turn, but I've set up pretty good inevitability, I feel. We've also got a lot of Spyglasses in the deck now. I should worry about that. The more I play the base Spyglass, the more I'm going to have these extra copies just sitting about that I don't necessarily want. Yeah, I can throw one sip there. Get another headbang out. I mean, I can play that Spyglass, but I could also not play that Spyglass, which is also fun. Let's quicken. Let me just draw 3 with the Kappa Study even. Aurora's Promise, make everything cost nothing. I mean, to what end, but also doesn't matter. Let's go for the damage. I haven't got Froggies out there. Actually, did you just dissolve my bleeding card? It doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, Tidal Force and the Froggies. It doesn't matter anymore, but I just did want to know. You tried. You tried to bring yourself back into the game, and there's something admirable about that. And there's something even more deceitful about that. How dare you? You know that I'm going to be winning this one. Any attempt to cause actions to the contrary is... I'm pretty sure it's treason, actually. I've just checked the bylaws. I'm pretty sure it's treason. That's right, the treason charges can be found in the bylaws specifically. With a very litigious building. Throw another hailstorm at him. Feeling like we're in the realm of it dies to its bleed now. I only feel that way because we are. Bye, bud.
Hey, thanks.
Ugh!
Thank you for your help.
That's just all draw and all energy gain. I love a good deck with a bunch of draw and energy gain. We've completed Roguebook's Epilogue Level 2. I feel like, especially for a while, I'm just going to be constantly trying to climb Epilogue levels. Maybe I should start to try and include the Epilogue levels in the title or maybe on the thumbnail in some way. That's the kind of thing I will have to think about between episodes. There's also Iron Dust. Whenever you draw or play this, gain 4 block. So this is the kind of card that really synergizes with a card we saw a lot over the course of this run 2 times, and I turned it down both times. Fate Weaver. Fate Weaver is a 0-cost card for Aurora that draws 2 cards and then puts a card back atop the deck. So putting Iron Dust back atop the deck and then drawing back into it is super cool. It's worth noting, Sirocco also does have a card that draws 2 cards, but it puts 2 cards back atop the deck, so it's not actually draw neutral, but it is also a setup for Iron Dust. Ogre Surge. Gain an energy for each card in your hand that costs 2 or more, doesn't dissolve, and here we see the reason that Aurora has cards like that, and this is actually a pretty good thing that you can do with Aurora and Sirocco that we obviously weren't exploiting here because we didn't have the cards unlocked. Familiar, whenever you draw or play this, summon 3 frogs. We also get Fugoro's Hat, the party unlocked new treasure, all gold piles are revealed, and at the end, we are going to go over to our embellishments to try and upgrade the things that we are going to be running into later. So, one thing that I would upgrade the expert talent tier for over here is unlock an expert talent tier. The next ones are unique strikes. Replace 1 strike in your deck with a random card. 1 defend in your deck with a random card. And then it goes further and further down. These are increases, I believe, to the quality or the amount of gems that you can socket into the replaced cards, but it does mean your base deck has a lot more direction in it, which is pretty exciting. So I'm gonna get those instantly. Yeah, increase the chance there of higher rarity in the next lines. I'm gonna get all of those actually, all the way up. I know I said I was gonna be going for Pocket Ink, but come on. Increase the chance that cards in the Vaults of Wisdom are of a higher rarity. It's also pretty impactful. I also do want, super Runes of Sight, because currently I don't even have the ability to generate them, I don't think. Yeah, and then another 15 into you. And then this one can have another 15, just more rarity on the cards that we happen to find over the course of the run. That is going to be monumental, replacing both strike cards in your deck with a random card by base and both defend cards in your deck with a random card by base. Incredible. Incredible. We're going to have directions to go in consistently in the upcoming episodes. By the by, you may have noticed at this point, the series is currently running daily. I don't know how long I will be able to do this because there are so many games. So many games. There's just so many games. But I am intending to try and run this as a daily series. And yeah, daily, as in weekends as well. At least for the time being. I'm too excited and want to play too much. So if I don't release them that quick, that means I'm just going to end up with a backlog of, 10 of them, which is a lot. That's a lot of a backlog. Means I can't respond to comments. Means I can't, be actively engaged and kind of learning from things being said in the comment section as well. By the by, again, it's happening again. It's the word of the day again. Except again, it's apparently the word of the day again as well. By the way, thank you to the folks who told me that you have the ability to check the map with your arrow keys. I didn't use it in this episode. I do know it. I just forgot it. I'll use it in the next episode. But until the next episode, My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Roguebook. There is a series playlist available on the screen, as well as YouTube's recommendation for the next video that it thinks you should watch. And also the names of the lovely patrons over at patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays who support the channel. Thank you so much, y'all. Catch y'all around.